She said her tooth out. Really surprised. It took about fucking 30 seconds, I think. 1 minute. I didn't think he could reach it. There wasn't much to grasp of it. So for last week I had an x-ray and my teeth all cleaned and polished. Took all the tartar off. About $45. Which I think this is like health insurance from the council, from the city council. So brilliant. He's got 2 more little things to do now. Is this fucking working? Aha, not working too well.
はい、失礼します。
Have a chocolate pudding pie.
チョコレートケーキで。
はい、that's it,
はい、
yeah.
チョコケーキ、はい、持ってきます。
Oh, just did a full time today. No one's. Well, one person went on for a few minutes. Nice day again today. Just had ramen, some meat, bowl of rice, 540 yen, I think.
チョコレートケーキ、お待たせしました。失礼します。
I think I've lost it. What's happening in Australia? Been closed down. Well, it seems this new virus is very mild. In Japan, no lockdown. Some bars closed down for a while, but there was no lockdown, just shortened times. Have you seen what? So they, in same as in Australia, people that were getting fined for fucking being next to each other, being out of the house, and these cunts are partying it up at fucking 10 Downing Street. They're just there to take the fucking piss, these cunts. They say Gove. They say Gove wants to run for leader. What a fucking wanker he is. So who took the photograph? I'm assuming you know about the photograph. So that was another case of it, telling you what to do, but that's just for you fucking little people. Anyone that was fucking fined should get their money back. The dentist said I've got to take antibiotics after food, so I've just filled my face. Yeah, just fucking... That has spoiled a lot of things in the world, hasn't it? People not doing the fucking right thing and saying, no, it's not up to me or it's not my fault. $180 cases in Japan. It was about 100 a day recently. It's just jumped up to about 170, 180. There's been one case in Tokyo. There's some cunt on YouTube Shorts or fucking the other one saying that English-speaking people should learn Afrikaans. What the fuck are you on about? Yeah, that's a fucking language I want to learn. Speak in a secret language with racists. Well, I'm glad you showed up, Mike, because there's about third time today, fourth time, no one's here. I forget what I wanted to talk about. Oh, my neighbour, 95, called up. One died a few days ago, and the neighbour, he's 95, went into his house. The ambulance couldn't find him. Managed to find him, and he was like a bit jittery, and he had like foam around his mouth. I think he's been caught out in the cold. You know when they're not. Old people sometimes don't feel the cold for some reason, or they can't. And I think that's what's happened, because he's got a big house, and it was cold when I went inside. Helped him onto that fucking ambulance bed. So I'm hoping he's going to be okay. He's 95. I hope he's going to be okay. He owes me 200 yen. The oldest living businessman in our area. He lived, but he was. The plan was for him to go into a nice new apartment, but he's been there 40 or 50 years, and I think if he moved, it'd kill him. But if it's going to be cold this winter, I don't think it's going to be good for him. He didn't want anyone to call his daughter. Maybe some of those places don't have AC though. Like that happened in Spain. Spain and France, 18,000 people died in a few months. You know, because it was parts of the country that didn't have it. They just had it in the hotels. I went to, I think it was Spain or Greece, and they switched it off, the air conditioning. So what I did, I just unfastened there was a plate on the wall. They just disconnected the wires. So I just put the wires together. Can't fucking trick me. We've got some line marking in car park. Yeah, he's had 2 wives. The first one died fucking 30 years ago. Last one died about 10 years ago. You don't want to get another wife after that. You just get a bad name for yourself. But like I say, I think he still smokes, and he still has like a little glass of sake every night. But I think it was just I think it was the cold. Yeah, it was and he sells stuff. He used to sell more beer and drinks, but I think he just sells cigarettes now. Pen, have you seen my cunt? My cunt is called Boris Johnson. What a cunt. He's just such a fucking arrogant fucking prick, innit? And you can see where he gets it from as well. Yeah, Penn's in Seattle. Is he? Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me at all. China's going to own the world. But at least they're doing something with the money. You know, they're helping these poor people, you know, or the world knows them as Aussies. Now, the problem with that is, which they saw in fucking London and Vancouver, all the Chinese come in, they fucking buy up the properties, and the fucking properties just skyrocket. Flatten the curve. I could do with flattening some curves. Yeah, and that's so when you can't afford to own a house, and then all the fucking cunts put all the fucking rents up, don't they? Like they do in America. You know, it's so fucking expensive, East and West Coast in America. And even if you've got a fucking camper van, you struggle to get a place to fucking park your camper van at night. That's, I think this is the precursor to fucking, to Mad Max, without a doubt. What they should do, because I think some places charge half prices for the, the utilities, for the local tax, for the city tax, they charge half prices if you're not letting it. But I should think they should do the opposite. If you're overseas owner, you should pay double the price. Oh, really? That's ridiculous. No, but they did. Margaret Thatcher did that with council houses in London, or someone on behalf of Margaret Thatcher. They closed all the fucking council houses because they didn't want anyone from outside of that borough coming into the fucking council houses and voting fucking Labour. It's called gerrymandering. Let's just hope some of those buildings have got fucking cladding. And is that quite a few buildings, is it, Mike? Fucking get squatting. Many buildings in London, houses, massive houses, worth tens of millions of pounds. And they've been fucking squatted in. And once you've got in there so many, I don't know, is it 10 years something? You can take the house. I'm in my house now. I'm just paying 20,000 rent, and they're gonna have a hard time fucking kicking me out. I've been there 20 years. Now I've given them about 20 million. 20 million yen in rent over the last fucking 20 years. And I've given the cunt at the warehouse like 7 million. I've wasted a lot of fucking money. This is when I said to the wife she'll buy a house, she says no. What a cunt. Well, that's always been the fucking... that's always been the same, hasn't it? But it's just going exponential now. But I remember seeing this fucking long time ago. There was this guy in England. He says, "I've got a nice house. You got to pay rent rates and things like that." Because I don't see there's any fun in having a nice house and having to build a 10-foot wall to protect what you've got. Well, they said to me if I wanted to buy the property, they said 24 million yen. This was a long time ago. And there's only one bank lending money to foreigners. And because I wasn't Japanese, I had to put down 500,000 yen. And I just thought, fuck that. Well, my wife, she rents. But because she works for a big company, what they do, they give her 50,000 yen a month. But when you're buying property, though, surely it's got to come from a credible source, or it could be deemed money laundering. When I went to I went to Thailand on holiday and I met this guy. I remember, oh, this guy, I don't forget his name. His name was Mike. I just asked her to suck my cock and then get out of the room. And he was in clothing and he used to pay all the Chinese in dollars. I said, but he can't spend it. He says, not now. He says, but the day will come when they will be able to spend it. The thing she said was she didn't want to buy property in Japan. But never mind, I'm paying cheap rent, so that's good. All I've got to do is stay alive until I can get my pension. Yeah, well, they used to do that in you're in Australia, aren't you? They used to do that in New Zealand, and what they used to do, they used to transfer the money and give it into another account so that person could come in and use the fucking money. So it was never fucking checked upon. They all just switched it around. No, but there's loads of places in the countryside you can live really cheap. Because the people, when the houses get passed down to their descendants, they don't want to live there and they don't want to sell it. No, the money goes into a Kiwi bank. The Japanese government corrupt? Maybe, well, probably all governments are, aren't they? It's just that, just how corrupt is. When I said I was talking about the English government being corrupt, someone says don't complain, it's not as corrupt as the Indian government. What the fuck has that got to do with it? If your fucking government's corrupt, your government's fucking corrupt. Like in England, the fucking guy that was in charge of the vaccinations, his fucking next door, his neighbour got a fucking contract. And those contracts are fucking, they make, people go out and buy fucking cars and houses once they get one of those contracts. Just going to take a threatening bit. Oh. Oh dear. Oh. So earlier today I saw this post and it was talking about farts. And apparently, hydrogen, it's only 1% that causes the smell, hydrogen sulfide, I'm sure you knew that from eggs. But they say if that increased, if that amount increased, it doesn't get smellier, it gets sweeter. And this is now I know why my farts are sweet. That could be a good post, couldn't it? Ah. Ah. Hey.
はい、お配りお願いしてください。
She moved to the other side of the city. I think she wanted me, but I didn't realise it. If you're watching Moy, do you want me? Do you want me, baby? She was 28 and gorgeous, you know, but I just didn't. It didn't connect, so I lost another one. Another one bites the crust. He should have had that as a song, shouldn't he? Because he was gay, and I'm sure that sometimes there was like some of his turds were getting a bit crusty on his arsehole, and I think he should have called it Another One Bites the Crust. I am 62, nearly 62, 62 and a half, I think. Yeah, just got to start weight training. There were 4 school kids coming into the supermarket as I was going out, and one of the words now and again is nugget, is like punch. But I left it like slide. Another school they went to as well. Oh, was that right? But it's, you know, it's still been, you know, like the hub chain. They 1 or 2 chains closed down for a while because it was pointless fucking staying open. But I think prices are just starting to slowly creep up. No, he's not. My Japanese not perfect at all. It's enough to get by doing businesses. Just if I start going out of that, like talking to the police or something like that, or something legal, then it's a pain. Whale oil beef hooked. I've no idea what that means, mate. Looks like in England, lots of people aren't turning up for work. They don't know they've got the fucking. They're going into hospital and then they're getting tested and then they find out they've got this micron. Okay. I think Boris Johnson has just used this premiership as part of his fucking. He probably thinks the country owes him, you know, just so he can fucking sell more books or something like that. He was born in America, so he could actually be a future American president. Well, that's not a fucking surprise, is it? But he was the best prime minister we've had. I hated him, but he was the best prime minister that we've had over the last 20 years. So There's talk of him coming back. Have you seen most of the fucking front runners for of that Dominic Raab? I watched him talk. He seems like a right fucking idiot. All the rest are fucking eating toffs. We've had enough of those fuckers. Actually, I think Tony Blair's crime was actually shoving George Bush into the Iraq War. I'm betting that it was more Blair's idea than fucking George Bush's. It's funny you should say that, because I actually saw, when his dad was Prime Minister or President or running for it, I saw George Bush giving a speech, and he was a totally different fucking person. You would have voted for him. He seemed very sharp, very eloquent, and then maybe after that he started taking the fucking beer and the drugs. I'm talking about fucking beer and drugs now, that's what I want. I'll show you the back of my truck. Again, there's about fucking 400 or 500 kilograms of crap on it. Well, I managed to get some bricks off today. No, the game, not yet. I haven't. They're in the truck. They said I've got a. They said after a meal, I haven't taken it yet. Yeah, I think it's because it's like an open wound. But the thing is, the tooth was so small, it just stopped bleeding straight away. But you know, it stopped bleeding within a few minutes. I was surprised. It took the last time I had a tooth taken out. Fuck, it was like putting his knees on my chest. It was a right fucking job. It might be because maybe because I'm getting old, that it's a lot easier to take the tooth out. Unfortunately, Pen, it doesn't stop at one shot of gin. Yeah, I've cut down last couple of days. I managed to get it down to 140 over 85. But I do know that even, you know, like if I have a long day on the beer, it catches up, and my body soon tells me to stop drinking. Well, my granddad told me that, or my grandma told me, my grandma had a bad tooth, and my granddad put a piece of string around the tooth, and he tied it to the door. And then, you know, the idea to like fucking slam the door or open the door. Well, she nearly died because they were on a bus. No, but that's what they used to do in those days, isn't it? You know, they couldn't afford a dentist. You know, both my granddad, my grandma, my dad, all had false teeth. My teeth used to be, when I was in my 20s, my teeth used to be so nice and clean. People used to ask me if I'd got false teeth. My old rich friend, his son's a dentist, and he had 3 implants in the roof of it, in the top set, and it wasn't long before they fell out. It was just too old. They wouldn't take. Yeah, you got to look after your teeth. Well, I used to brush my teeth continually when I was 13 or 14, because I was hoping that one day that a girl at school would ask me for a kiss. I never got that kiss, but I had nice teeth. Could be a song. I don't know, maybe when I was in New Zealand, maybe. No, but I used to drink. I never saw it as a prayer. I used to get pissed all the time. So, but mainly on beer. I'm thinking of having a tequila now, but mainly on beer. And you know, yeah, I've never fell down and banged my head. I've never done that. You know, but like I say, some people are talking they drink like fucking 20 cans, things like that. When I was drinking in New Zealand, I met this girl and I thought, you know, I really liked her. She was called Roxanne, and I wanted it to be a proper relationship. I didn't realise she was a fucking dirty slag, and so then I was drinking. My drink was a tumbler of Bailey's cream and rum. That used to do the trick. Yeah, they like the drink in New Zealand. There's only fucking the regular beer is called Spates. There's like 4 beers, I think, or there used to be. And they was like fucking. I used to put a shot of Drambuie in the beer, but Steinlager was not bad. When I used to holiday in Hawaii or California, they used to have a really big bottle of Steinlager at a really decent price. I was very happy then. You know those big bottles you're having, they might even be bigger than the Japanese bottle. Yeah, 20 ounces, what's that? Yeah, I was earning good money then. Went all over the place. Went to Hawaii many times. We had a month in Hawaii once. When my daughter was born, we had 1 month in Hawaii. Well, it's not. I don't think it's not Greek. It's not cheap in Japan, but well, it's got cheaper. By the way, it's got cheaper. But now in Gusto, they've got like a 199 yen special on for wine. Two sets of wine, a fucking lemon sour, and the beer's like 179 cents yen with tax. You know, this. What? That's not $15. Well, no. In America, it's about $6 or $7. Then this is going back years. But in Japan, in the shops now, it's about just over $3 for a big bottle of beer. If you go into a shop, the cheapest one is 550 yen. The most expensive one is about $7.50. But they've also got the Nomihodai here. For 700 ml, it's probably fucking cheap. It's really cheap. 800 yen. 800 yen, 800. Like a bottle of vodka or a bottle of gin. Cheapest one is probably 800 yen. 900 yen. What the fuck's wrong with us? Who the fuck have you got running you? What the fuck's happened? What? Switch over to fucking wine then. How many American dollars is 40 Australian dollars? About 20 quid, yeah? Is that 20 quid? Used to be half price. Do you know how much yen that is in? So it's 3/4. Yeah, it's still price, isn't it? Not going to fucking Australia for a drink. Do they do the all you can drink, or do they have happy hours, Mike? When I was driving across America, I stopped in Nebraska, went into one bar. They had like this Monday night football, and then they finished there. Then we went over the other side of the road for another fucking. Can you still see me? Because I'm not sure what it's either the Wi-Fi's closed down or it's about to close down. They had it one time in England and they just fucking, locals go crazy. Though I've done like 4-hour happy hours here. That was a nice hotel in Fushimi in Nagoya, and we did a double happy hour. All you can drink. It was like 90 minutes, and so we just thought, well, it's going to cost us the same if we have 2 beers at a local American bar. So we just did the same thing again. But it looks like, well, when beer's like fucking $1, you know, $1.50, I don't really need to do fucking happy hours, do I? There's a place near me. It was 1,100 yen for 2 hours. $10 for 2 hours. But if I don't stop drinking beer, this fucking blood pressure is never going to go down. I just had 1 beer last night. Well, if you didn't stop fighting in fucking pubs. Yeah, but don't forget those places, you know, you've got to eat as well. You haven't got to eat, but you wouldn't get back in again if you didn't order any food. Well, I managed 6 days. Was it 6 days or 8? I can't remember. I think it was 6 days the other week. I just had 1 day off last week. I think, you know, the best thing is exercise, Pen. Well, no, my tolerance, my body's got a tolerance. Because of my age, my body's got a tolerance now, so I can't have 2 strong days. I can't do that. My body's saying don't drink anymore. Yeah, like when I walk in my house, it's like a death trap. So if I get too drunk, I've fell down a few times actually, because I'm getting older and less tolerance. So I try to be very careful with my footing. Got 2 people opposite me, and they're both using the phones while sat opposite, boy and girl. This is the future. Yeah, taking drugs no good. Stay away from those fuckers. You know, like apparently lots of places in England, they're taking cocaine in the toilets. Like, so when I was in New Zealand and America, one time I tried to throw my friend, not so much of a friend, that's why I tried to throw him off the 6th floor. And then when I was in New Zealand, someone put it in food again, and I was just really paranoid. So they're not good. Well, I suggested this over 30 years ago. You can have fucking drugs, make drugs free, but you've got to do it in a fucking sterile environment. But I'm sure a lot of people don't. Maybe if you really need it, maybe you'll do that. But if you're not that dependent on it, then you won't be taking drugs with your friends, won't you? But aren't they changing that in Amsterdam now? I don't think they let foreigners into those cafes now. Yeah, I knew this Australian guy, fat cunt he was, and he was going on all these synthetic drugs. So he went out one night to this all-you-can-drink above Nagoya Station. I went into about an hour or something like that. He fucking threw up all over the fucking floor. I said, what sort of... So it took some fucking synthetic drugs before I came out. And he's going, oh, don't leave me, Gary, don't leave me. I should have fucking left the cunt. The fat, useless cunt. If anybody knows a fat cunt called Mick from Australia, tell him from me he's a fat, useless, ungrateful cunt. Especially with those synthetic drugs, anything could fucking happen. The girl wilted first. She's put her phone down. I'm not sure what he's trying to say there, Mike. What you mean they all get paid and it's gone to shit? If you work for the council, surely it should all be paid, yeah? In England, if you work for the council, it's because you were lazy. You just wanted an easy life. Yeah, yeah, and now of course YouTube has started, because most of my 6,000 videos are about a minute or 2 minutes. Well, yeah, I suppose it was like career advancement if you're in management. Now in England, Britain, these managers, they get paid more than the fucking Prime Minister. That's fucking ridiculous. Some of them actually live in a fucking different country and still get paid. Yeah, but you know, like in Japan, looks like there's major. Well, Elon Musk was saying there's a big problem with not having enough. He said overpopulation is not a problem; it's the opposite. But I was talking to my young friend, and he says, you know, they're just not interested in women. It's a fucking, because if corporations are on it, they just run it. It's like these investment firms. You know, they're only worried about making money. If you start killing a few of these off. Oh, a lady line worker. Never seen one of those before. She's a big lass. Oh, I didn't notice that. They've just fucking lined side of my truck. Yeah, this is no, because there's all around the fucking world, these Coca-Cola people, what they do, they bribe someone to fucking siphon off all this fucking water for a fucking pittance of a fee. Then they sell it back to the public. These fucking, they've got to be stopped. These fucking people. Nestle, Coca-Cola. Because you know, Coca-Cola and Nestle, they're selling the water as well. You know, they make money from all the other drinks than Coca-Cola. Because they sell fucking so many products. It's not just Coca-Cola. And especially in the fucking, well, I mean, like, you know, in California, there's a big problem with the nuts taking all the money. A gigalite. Wait, do you have to buy your own special container for that, pen? No, but hasn't it got to be a special shape? The ones we use, it has to be a special shape to go in the machine. Yeah, when I came back to Britain after so long, or I should say England really, I was surprised to see the fucking milk in gallon containers. Because when I was a lad, it used to be like a pint bottle. No, there were two things that didn't change. Those were the miles and the pint. Some fucking idiot was talking about going back to pounds, shillings, and pence. Yeah, I don't. I was. I used to have cereal for breakfast, and I stopped doing it. I just started going out early for work or fucking having the breakfast. Then I did have a kitchen now. What I used to have? Fucking cornflakes. No, well, that's what they say. I don't agree with you, pal, because you don't really need breakfast. The companies just tell you that. The companies just tell you, you got to have cereal, you got to have go to work on an egg. Yeah, I'm still scrapping. That's what I picked a bit of stuff off the streets last week, so I'm wondering what I might do the same tomorrow morning. Wednesday's a big day for putting shit out. So I've got to go and kid was working for me on Saturday, so we're gonna put some crap in some plastic bags. Yeah, honestly, I think if you eat twice a day or once a day, probably better for your life. I've got a big warehouse and a big yard. I'm just trying to tidy it up so I can give it back to the owner. He wanted money off me to fucking get all the crap away. I've already given him like fucking $70,000. So I think that's enough. He put no money into the fucking yard whatsoever. But I don't pay for that yard. Yeah, but I've still got a bit of this guilt complex. Right, guys, I'm going to get off. Do a bit of work in the yard. Thanks for chatting. Another one, what? Another yard? No, I don't think so. Oh, yes, for me. Cheers. Bye, Ben. Bye, mate.